Welcome to the Smite God review of Odin, the All-Father. Odin was the all-powerful king of the Norse gods. He sacrificed his right eye for immeasurable knowledge. He wields his mighty spear Gungnir for the glory of Asgard. Odin is a warrior/guardian hybrid. He is quite tanky, but squishier than what he used to be. His abilities provide some decent damage, as well as some utility. He is a good choice for any solo lane. Abilities. Odin's passive is called the All-Father. For every enemy that dies in his ring of spears, Odin gains 5 permanent physical power. This effect stacks up to 10 times. Odin's first ability is called Lunge. Odin leaps to a target, dealing damage in an area of effect around said target. Odin's second ability is called Raven Shout. It creates a shield around him, which then detonates after 4 seconds, dealing damage to all enemies in a radius around him. Deals damage based on how much of the shield was left. This shield can be detonated prematurely by using Leap. Odin's third ability is called Gungnir's Smite. Odin swings his spears twice, dealing damage to all enemies around him and slowing them for a couple of seconds. Keep in mind that this is not a very high damaging ability. Odin's ultimate is Ring of Spears. It creates a ring of spears through which Odin and his enemies cannot pass through. However, allies and ranged abilities and auto attacks can pass through it. For every enemy that dies in this ring, Odin gains 1 stack of his passive. Tips and gameplay. As evidenced by this 1v1 fight, Odin is not a burst god. He's better at prolonged DPS and dishing out that damage over time. His innate tankiness allows him to easily survive long engagements such as this one. I pay attention to activate Odin's second ability before engaging in order to maximize the damage output. As such, I am easily able to take Guan Yu down and add that first stack of my passive. By activating Raven Shout and simply standing in the middle of the wave and waiting for it to detonate, you can easily clear waves. Once again, with clever use of my number 2 ability, I am able to survive this fight, even without any mana, and even make Guan Yu retreat. Remember, Gungnir's Might is an ability and it will slow all enemies it hits. As such, you could use it if the going gets tough. This time I return to fight Guan Yu with slightly more mana. I've also gained a damage buff somewhere along the way. Throughout the fight, I constantly poke Guan Yu with auto attacks, and make use of my short cooldowns in order to maximize my damage. I'm quickly able to add that second stack to my passive. Building Odin. In terms of items, my first item is almost always a rune-forged hammer. After that, I get the hide of the urchin in order to start stacking immediately. Now this is either my second or my third item. I get the mystical mail for the good passive. I then buy Warrior Tabi, a Jotun's Wrath, and my final item is often interchangeable, but I would buy a Hide of the Nemi Lion in order to maximize the passive of my Runeforged Hammer. As for active items, I usually go with the Greater Purification, and for my second one, a Combat Blink.